You guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the block here. I am with you to walk you through another blog post this week. This week it's all about indoor plants in your home and how specific plants will help clean and purify the air in very specific ways. So we're going to talk about how some plants are better for maybe your kitchen, other plants might be better for, say, your bathroom or a sleep area or just a general living area. And I'm going to walk you through what types of plants are going to be best for these areas. And then I'm also going to talk to you about just the overall benefit of having plants within your home. So plants naturally filter out carbon dioxide as well as VOCs within our air. Some plants do this better than others, and they're just like a natural air filter for your home. The other thing that plants do is they can reduce humidity levels within your home. Some of them will actually absorb odors and kind of reduce different smells in your house. Some plants are really good to help promote a calm feeling. We're talking about like lavender and jasmine and things like that. I will also say that sometimes if you have too many plants in your home, you can have an area with really high humidity levels, which we want to avoid. So don't overwater your plants. Don't put a bunch of plants in one concentrated little area. Try to spread them out throughout your house. I have links in this week's blog post, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I will have them in my description below, the link to the post, and you can find links to every single plant that I'm talking about, as well as specific links to some of the studies that I'm going to share if you're interested in that. So first of all, let's talk about like the benefits of indoor plants. First, they purify the air. We already talked about that a little bit. They can reduce VOCs, even formaldehyde, and I do have a study linked to that in the blog post this week if you find that interesting. Basically, the pollutants are absorbed through the pores of the plant, and then it's removed from the air, and the plant takes care of the rest. The second thing is that some plants offer more oxygen to the air, and they also reduced carbon dioxide within your home. This is particularly important in our bedrooms at night when we have the door closed and we're exhaling and breathing probably a little bit more deeply. Some plants that we're going to talk about for the kitchen are great for eating. We're talking about like herbs and natural things that you can add to your food. They're an amazing resource to add to your food, and they have a huge contrast with some of the store-bought things that we add to our daily nutrition and food. So it's a great option if you're looking to like reduce inflammation, just kind of cut out preservatives. So I'll talk a little bit more about that when we get to the kitchen area. Some other benefits of plants, which I have studies linked to these things because I didn't think they were as well known. Some plants can actually help remove dust from the air by attracting them to the leaves, and then you just wipe off the leaves. This can be really helpful in bedrooms. Offices is another place that gets really dusty. So this is helpful for people with allergies, people like a dust mite allergy, or even just allergies to like dust itself, or if you have asthma. And then one of the other benefits is, like we talked about, plants can actually reduce humidity. So I have a study linked in the blog post this week. So some plants will actually absorb the moisture in the air and use it. And so it doesn't just stay in the air creating a humid environment, and it helps kind of regulate the climate within our homes, which I think is just super fascinating. So let's talk about some of the plants that are good for just overall purifying. These are plants that are going to be good for like your living room, just areas that we tend to congregate. So the first one is going to be like a rubber plant or a ficus. It helps remove formaldehyde and it helps purify the air. The second is a fiddle leaf fig plant. The really broad leaves help absorb a lot of VOCs, carbon dioxide, and help purify the air. The purple waffle plant is actually been proven to be efficient in removing VOCs like benzene, toluene, and then other pollutants that are in our air from materials that we have in our homes, that are just our homes are built with. And then the last one is a dragon tree plant. We have to be careful with these. They're toxic to the cats and dogs, but they are really excellent at purifying the air. And then, let's go to our bedrooms. So this is an area that we want to create a really positive environment for sleep. So some really great plants to do this would be lavender, jasmine. These both help reduce anxiety levels, kind of promote a calming feeling. A snake plant is also really good. It helps convert carbon dioxide to oxygen in whatever space it's in. So this is really good when we have the door closed at night and we're exhaling and breathing really deeply. It can also help reduce dust from the air. And then sage actually helps with sleep and relaxation, as well as valerian, which is a little more difficult to find. You might have to find it in a seed form, but it can help with insomnia and it can impact positive uninterrupted sleep. So those are some really great ones for the bedroom. And then let's go to plants that are good for our bathrooms or an area of your house that's really humid. So plants that are really good for humid spaces would be a peace lily, which helps reduce humidity and absorb excess moisture. A Boston fern is another one that will really help absorb some of those and balance moisture levels in the air. Any sort of palm is going to help filter the air and remove pollutants such as formaldehyde, and then it also absorbs a lot of the moisture in the air and helps regulate humidity levels. And then finally, a Chinese evergreen, which really can withstand high humidity levels and dry out the air a little bit. And then the last area is going to be your kitchen. So the kitchen is a little bit more practical. We're going to talk about herbs and things that you can add to your food. So that's a really great option. Another one is aloe vera. If you ever burn yourself in the kitchen, this is an amazing thing to have right in your kitchen. You can just snip a little bit off and the gel is right there. English ivy is an air purifier that actually removes mold and bacteria from the air and helps kind of balance it. This is also toxic to dogs, and so we really need to be careful with that one. A spider plant is another really great one that can remove odors and fumes and pollutants from the air. So if you want to try and avoid that day-old cooking smell in your kitchen, that might be a really good option. And then the last one is a golden pothos, which they're really easy to grow. They're really effective for removing airborne pollutants and kind of minimizing some of the odors that can get stuck in the air. So that is my long list of plants that are good for each room of your house. Like I said, I have them linked in my blog post, but any sort of plant you add to your house or get started with is a great option for helping improve the indoor air quality. Just be careful not to overwater. I'll see you guys next time.